for Humanities and Social Sciences. So what that means is that you can come to me with any questions that you have about the program, your majors, the direction you want to take your degree in. I also teach in the program as well. I teach classes focusing on digital cultures, feminism, and also language and identity. And I will be teaching some capstone courses in the future. And then lastly, I'm also a prior learning coordinator. So any of your prior learning assessment questions, you can send to me, and then I can work with you through that process as well. And now Dan is going to introduce himself.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us as well. My name is Dan Ray. I am one of the senior academic advisors for the School of Professional Advancement. I've been working here. Next month is my 3-year anniversary, actually. So just about 3 years. And I advise, among other programs, for the humanities and social science majors. So I have one of my colleagues also advises for the program. So, you know, we'll definitely be able to work with you and get you set up and taking courses and so on and so forth. And we work, you know, with the program directors to get everything, excuse me. We work with the program directors, you know, and get the courses all set up. So yeah, thanks for joining us again. And I guess I'll pass it back off to Vanessa.
Yes, hey, all right. So just to give you a little bit of broader context about the Tulane School of Professional Advancement. So Tulane is old, you know that, 1834 it was founded as the Medical College of Louisiana. We're still, as you can see, that legacy has continued as we're still on the forefront of a lot of medical issues and public health issues. What some people don't know is that from almost its very inception, Tulane has had a specific commitment to serving working adults and continuing education. So it offered those first classes in 1886. So this has been a critical part of the university for over 130 years, and we're still going strong. Moving on to the next slide. So a little bit about SOPA. So everybody's online now, you know, because there's no choice, but just to be clear, so we were one of the leaders not only at Tulane, but regionally in providing very, very in-depth, pedagogically challenging and sound online education. We have this in development with faculty and instructional designers who are the leaders in their field. So the faculty that we have just a limited number of full-time faculty, and they're mostly program directors like Dalila. And then the rest of our faculty are working people who are leading their field. So they take directly what they learn in their work every day and bring it to you in class at night. We also, in addition to having a broad depth of programs, we have an amazing student support team. So we have academic advisors that are specifically trained to work with you guys in your area of interest. We also have, as I shared, career support. So we have our very own career advisor, Cynthia Washington, who is able to work with you from soup to nuts, from the beginning of your journey to the end, and hopefully getting you to that next level of your career that you're looking for. Lastly, SOPA, you know, our purpose is to serve the community, and we know that affordability and flexibility are the primary things that students are looking for now if they're going to be continuing their education. So we have some of the lowest tuition rates in the area. And additionally, if you look at tuition rates, but our student fees are exceptionally low, and we try to keep them as low as possible. One way we do this is we don't automatically charge you to become like a member of the Riley Center or something like that. You can become a member, but you'd have to pay a separate fee. We just don't assume that you want these things. Additionally, our classes, we have so much flexibility. We have a large number of them that are online, even more getting online. We will continue to have on-ground classes once we're allowed to do so. But these are also at different times of the day. So the majority of our classes are towards the afternoon and evening, but we do have some daytime classes as well. So the point is that we want to be able to support everybody in a variety of ways, in the way that'll best suit what their individual needs are. All right, so moving on. Online learning at SOPA. So do you want to go into that, Dalila, or do you want me to handle this?
I can talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Vanessa. And as Vanessa mentioned, SOPA has for a really long time been a leader in online course development and in offering online classes. This is coming in handy now when all of our classes are offered online, not just at SOPA, but at all of the other schools at Tulane. And one of the unique things about the online classes at SOPA is that not only are these classes offering students flexibility, but they're also very designed to be very engaging. So students have the flexibility to access learning materials, lecture notes, and assignments at any time. But at the same time, all of these materials are designed to engage you. So you would not only be receiving written content like readings and lecture notes, but then you're also engaging with videos and interactive content as well. Each class has online discussion boards where you can engage with other students, but also the instructors, which is really important to form that sense of community in the classroom. And then you're connecting with a diverse group of students, but also you're improving your online communication and technical skills, which again are coming in very handy at this moment where we're all living on Zoom. And finally, in our graduate courses, but also some undergraduate classes as well, there are monthly online meetings with classmates, faculty, and guest speakers. So you still have the opportunity to connect digitally, but also face-to-face with everybody in your class. And the process, we actually have a process at SOPA for online learning. So our classes are designed to be offered at scale. So we've had 1,306 students complete 10,816 hours of online coursework in the last year. We offer a variety of programs. There are 8 master's degrees that are offered online, 11 graduate certificates, 4 post-baccalaureate certificates, and 320 courses that are all developed to be taught online. So what this means is that classes are actually designed to be offered online, as opposed to what some of the other schools are having to do right now is convert all of their on-grad courses to online format. And then lastly, these are really high quality courses. So there are 190 faculty who are trained specifically to teach online and provide effective instruction. And they've received multiple awards for their teaching in online settings. So now we'll move into more specifically talking about the program that you're all interested in, which is to Humanities and Social Sciences. So all of the degrees that we offer in this program are designed to explore interdisciplinary perspectives. Through these perspectives, you're developing your critical thinking, your communication, and your writing skills. And in that process, you're studying social relationships, practices, and structures. And one of the most amazing things about our program are our faculty. We have wonderful faculty coming from various areas of humanities and social sciences, including, for example, Mike Kozinski, who teaches in Tulane's English department, and he focuses on medieval English, and he teaches in the MLA program. And he's just wonderful. He's received multiple teaching awards, and he's just received a teaching award this semester. Melinda Nelson Hurst specializes in archaeology of ancient Egypt. She works in the anthropology department in the School of Liberal Arts, and she also teaches courses, various courses on Egypt. She will also teach classes on hieroglyphics, and she's just an all-around amazing instructor as well. Claudia Keel focuses on Louisiana and Southern regional art. She's an expert in her field. She is always called on to give presentations at local museums and historical organizations. And then finally, Bo Boudreau teaches a lot of our writing classes, an introductory course in poetry, and is also one of our most amazing instructors that we have. Recently, he also won a teaching award, and some of the comments included students who noted that he was willing to assign extra work beyond what was expected, and students actually wanted to do that extra work because they were so inspired and motivated in his classes. So this is just an example of just the many wonderful faculty that we have and that you would get to learn from if once you join us. So we have two programs. Our graduate program is the Master of Liberal Arts. And that the goal of the program is to expose you to a range of reflections on the human experience from various academic perspectives. This program is highly individualized, so you have the opportunity to draw from different courses that you might be interested in. Your academic experience would include 10 classes, which include a capstone. The capstone allows you to either focus on a particular topic in greater depth, or it allows you to bring projects from different courses in the program and reflect on those experiences and build on them in ways that make the most sense for you, either personally, professionally, or academically. The courses that are offered include courses in history, literature, philosophy, political science, and sociology. And then you also have access to the full spectrum of graduate level courses at Tulane University in liberal arts. So you're not limited to only courses in the Master of Liberal Arts program. And then our undergraduate degrees in humanities and social sciences. The degree in humanities is also very interdisciplinary and allows you to study complementary fields, including English, religious studies, linguistics, music, visual and performing arts, and philosophy. In social sciences, students are focusing on the cultural, economic, political, and historical context of society, and courses are available in anthropology, geography, Latin American studies, sociology, political science, and other related fields. In each of these programs, you have a requirement of completing 30 credits in your major for a total 120 courses for your degree. And if anybody has any questions, I just want to mention you're welcome to type those questions into the chat, or we'll also have an opportunity to have a Q&A after the presentation. So the degrees, both the graduate and the undergraduate degrees, are focused on building a foundation of skills and knowledge for the students who can then apply them to a wide range of careers. So we have alumni who are working in business, education, arts, consulting, public relations, public policy, nonprofit management, and writing. So they're really, there's a great range of career options that these degrees would prepare you for. And then I will talk a little bit about the credit for prior learning. Prior learning assessment is a program that SOPA offers for all students. And it allows you to earn credit toward a bachelor's or a master's degree. And you can earn credit for learning that you've accomplished outside of the classroom. So this can include your work experience, any community service, or military training. And in order to earn credit through this assessment program, you can choose from different options. These include portfolio assessment, examination, and military training. And you're able to, at the undergraduate level, receive up to 24 credits through these forms of assessment. Portfolio assessment is a way for you to demonstrate the experience that you've earned through to demonstrate your previous experience through work or community service. And it allows you to align that experience with some of the courses that we offer, primarily courses in our applied programs. So you would design a portfolio that aligns with course objectives for a particular class. And that portfolio is then assessed by a faculty member at SOPA. And you're eligible to earn 3 credits for a particular class. So for example, if you've worked in a legal office, there might be classes that that reflect your experience. So if there's a class that you wouldn't necessarily benefit from taking, you don't feel like you would learn anything by taking that class because you've already learned that in your through your work experience, then you would be eligible to complete a portfolio that could basically place you out of that class and allow you to earn credits for it. We also accept CLEP and DSST exams, and these are more standardized tests that focus on very introductory topics. But if there are some topics in which you have prior knowledge, you would be eligible to complete these exams and earn credit for those as well. And then lastly, you can earn credit for military training. So if you have a military transcript, our advisors will work with you and seeing how you can transfer those courses in. And then graduate students can also earn up to 6 credits through portfolio assessment. And now I will pass it on to Dan, who will talk more about our amazing student support and success services that we provide.
Excuse me. Yeah. So again, the academic advisors, we're here for you. We're here to guide you, throughout your educational experience from the start to the finish. We work with you every semester. As often as needed, by phone, in person. I'm doing Zoom meetings with students now. So if anything ever comes up, we're like your right-hand man, so to speak, and can, get you situated, get you on the right path. We'll, work to get your transcripts evaluated and, to see what can all get transferred in if you have prior college military experience as well, and then be able to plug those courses into a degree map which will outline the courses you have completed and then the courses you still need to take, and then based off of that, then you can schedule your classes for the semesters moving forward. And I have some students who they contact me all the time because they have questions, and we are the kind of go-to people at the school because a lot of times somebody doesn't know who to ask, so they ask me. And a lot of times over the years of doing this, then a lot of times I already know the answer because I've received the question so many times, or other times, then I have to refer you, to the proper department to get that question answered for you. We strictly do mostly academic advising and, all the other little admissions things and stuff like that. Financial aid advising is done separately by financial aid advisors. We don't have access to any of that kind of information. So that's, done through a different advisor that'll be assigned to you at the school. The expert faculty with industry experience, Dalila mentioned it earlier with, some of our faculty in the humanities and social science fields that, bring their experience to the classroom, whether it's in the online setting or on ground. And it's not just in these areas of humanities and social sciences, but in all of our other programs as well, whether it's in IT or Homeland Security or health and wellness, for example, too. Career advice, it was touched on a bit earlier. We have a career advisor who can work with you, do resumes, career tests, assessments, all these different kinds of things, whether you're still a year away from graduation, or you're in the process of applying for a job and you know, you haven't completed your degree yet and whatnot, then our career advisor is able to work with you just as we do. You know, right now, Zoom and telephone is really the only way that we're able to meet with anybody. But Cynthia is great at what she does. She teaches a couple of classes in career success as well. So utilize that service definitely, you know, when you're a student. It's very helpful. I never had that when I was a student. I was just kind of all over the place for a while. And then there, you know, you'll be in a network with other Tulane alumni whenever you graduate, and that's a good network to be in. Even after you graduate, you will still, you know, be a part of that alumni network. And it, you know, getting jobs and a lot of stuff nowadays is all about networking with others. And if you're gonna be at a school like Tulane has just such a vast, deep program, network of alumni, excuse me, that you know, kind of is just really beneficial to have, and to have that kind of support and access to, especially. And I find that to be very important because that's a lot of times how you find jobs. I've had students in classes who were in their graduating semester get offered jobs by the faculty teaching the class because their company said they needed somebody. The faculty said, I got a lot of candidates who'd be interested in this. And then sure enough, you know, they got a great job and changed their life pretty much. And so, yeah, those are just part of the things we all do in the student support and success in all areas. And we're here for you. So, you know, if you have a question or you are not sure who to ask, you know, don't be afraid, and reach out, ask us. And we get it all the time. You know, we have a lot of students, and so we're used to it. And yeah, cool. That's all I got.
Thanks. So applications, we've purposely made them as simple and as streamlined as possible. So if you go online at apply.sopa.tulane.edu, you can see what the application is. There is a fee of $40 to apply for undergraduate and $50 to apply for graduate. The application is basically, you know, personal information, a brief essay. You will have to have a government issued ID that is current. So be ready to submit that. And then transcripts. The best way to do transcripts, if you've been somewhere before, is to contact that place and get them sent to us directly. And information about that is online. Now, if you choose to apply, you will have the application fee be waived because you came to this webinar, which is awesome. So we have a question I see. Do you want to hold on? Let me see. Let me unmute you. Who is it that has a question? All right, go ahead.
When I originally started looking at the offerings for SOPA, there was a little bit more information about the possibility of doing policy analysis specifically for the Master in Liberal Arts concentration. I kind of like went away and did some reconfiguring, and I've decided that I am going to go forward with an application, and would love to hopefully start in August. And now when I look at the website, it kind of seems, and I could be reading it wrong, but almost open-ended, like design your own concentration for the Masters of Arts and Liberal Arts. Now, I don't know if I'm perceiving that correctly, but that was my goal. I wanted specifically to focus on policy analysis. I previously began a Master's of Education and left that program after 3 semesters. I've been a teacher for almost 5 years. So anyway, for me, sorry, I have really horrible allergies this morning. For me, the whole purpose in finding a program that does offer a little bit of flexibility so I can really pursue, I mean, that just seems to be unusual as far as all the grad programs that I've looked at, not just in the city, but as someone who specifically wants to go into policy analysis as it relates to education reform at a statewide level, what does that look like as far, like, is the Masters of Arts through this program, like, actually a good fit that I should be pursuing? I'm not really sure.
So the program is very flexible. So you are able to design the program in the way that suits your goals and needs. One of the things to keep in mind is that you would be, you're required to take 2 classes in the MLA program itself. So they're classes designated as MLAR. And usually those will focus mostly on either literature or, so for example, this semester or in the fall, we'll be offering a literature class, a history on race and gender in the South, social justice in the Bible, and I forget what the 4th class is, but basically they're more traditional humanities and social sciences courses. But so you're required to take 2 of those, but then the rest of your classes can be from any department in liberal arts at Tulane that's offering graduate level coursework. So you would need to, I guess, do a little bit of independent work in figuring out which areas specifically you're interested in. So if there are courses,
I'm pretty familiar with what Tulane's regular offerings are. I can say regular. Tulane classes outside of SOPA. But yeah, is it possible at this time to schedule a follow-up call with you or someone else who would be in the best position to, because I don't want to take up too much time. I know there's probably other people on this Zoom, but I have a few more specific questions, and then I am really excited about pressing forward with my application, because I've taken about 9 months to a year to carefully consider whether or not SOPA is the best fit, because I don't want to begin a second graduate program and not finish it. And I had specific reasons why I left my last one after 3 semesters. And I just was really hoping to, have a really refined viewpoint when I go into this one, because it's my goal to definitely push through and finish. I definitely don't want to attempt a second master's and then leave because it just wasn't the right fit for a variety of reasons.
I think that's a great idea. Dalila will be sure to reach out to you, and Dalila is exactly the right person to talk to. So we'll make sure to reach out and schedule a time for y'all to have an individual session so that she can talk more about the program. And maybe she can even tell you about our Master's of Public Administration, which does have an educationally focused component as well as another option for you.
Wait, that's available through SOPA?
Master's of Public Administration starting in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dalila can talk to you about that some more.
Okay.
I wanted to speak to the professor, the director.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I have a question here. It says, I'm confused about why have SOPA faculty if students in master's programs can take regular Tulane courses. Talk about that a little bit.
So a lot of our students, especially at the both undergraduate and graduate level, are taking classes in the evenings. So SOPA faculty are primarily teaching the evening sections. The other sections are typically offered during the traditional sort of 9 to 5 hours. And so I think that's the difference in the types of courses that the faculty are teaching, is basically the time. A lot of the faculty are teaching both for SOPA and for the School of Liberal Arts. And especially in humanities and social sciences, there is a lot of overlap. But I think the timing, so the faculty that are only teaching at SOPA are primarily teaching courses in the evenings. So I'm not sure if that helps answer that question.
All right. Any other questions before we continue? All right. So yeah, so we really look forward to you guys applying. As we say, because you attended this webinar, if you do decide to apply, the application fee will be waived. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us if you have any questions. That is precisely what we're here for. And we're here to make sure you find just the right fit for what you are looking for educationally and career-wise. the application deadlines that are coming up. So for this summer session, the application deadline is May 15th. For the fall sessions, it's August 15th. Just so you know, registration are open for both summer and fall already. So, you know, even if, you know, fall seems far away, it's actually going to creep right up on us. So if you are interested in either, go ahead and get those in, especially the summer, because that's coming up very soon. And then as you see, the application for spring is in January, but that is also open. So, you know, if you want to go ahead and get those transcripts in and whatnot, you can already be ready to roll if you're interested in starting in the spring. All right, so a little bit about our tuition. So this is what I was saying, that we are, part of our reason for being is making education accessible. So our summer tuition and the fall tuition are a little bit different just because of kind of like cost per living increases that we do yearly. But this for the summer, it's about $474 a credit for undergrads and a little over $1,000 a credit for grads. For the fall, it's going to go up a little bit to like $520 or something for the undergrads, and almost $1,075 for the grads. I did see a question. Hold on a second. What dates will the summer session take place? Dan, do you know those off the top of your head?
Yeah, I have my schedule up actually.
All right.
Yeah, I've been scheduling people for summer already. So, so the summer has 3 sessions. The regular full summer sessions are May 18th until August 7th. And then we have 2 mini sessions within that. Those are usually classes that are taught on the ground, but given the circumstances right now, those classes will be held live via Zoom online during those class times. So those go for 5 weeks from May 18th until right around the end of June. I think it's the 26th or something like that. And those classes in that first mini session will meet twice a week from, like on a Monday, Wednesday, the class will meet from 5:50 to 9, at least for undergraduate. And then another class would meet like Tuesday, Thursday from 5:50 to 9 as well. And then the second mini summer session will run from the end of June until the first week of August. So there's 3 sessions that we have over the summer traditionally every year. The full summer, and then the summer that starts, the one that starts right on May 18th for 5 weeks, and then the next one that starts at the end of June for 5 weeks.
And actually, I would just add that it's actually 6 weeks. There are 2 6-week sessions. The Tulane, Newcomb Tulane College is 5 weeks, but SOPA is 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm.
So summer's a great time to get started on things, you know, even if you're just taking 2 classes or something, it's a really great way to kind of get an intensive going and get some credits earned. So moving on, so financial aid, like Dan mentioned, financial aid exists outside of the schools. It is its own entity at Tulane, but you are eligible for financial aid in the same way that all other students are eligible. You just contact their office and fill out the FAFSA. We have somebody, if you need help filling out the FAFSA, we can have somebody kind of explain that process to you. Just let us know, and we can help you with that. There's also some aid that we have. Obviously there's the federal loans and stuff, but we have yellow ribbon support for veterans. We have 20% discount for active duty military and veterans, teachers, first responders. So if you qualify for those things, there's the paperwork online that'll show how you would attain that. So Dan just put the financial aid website on the chat, which is really easy, financialaid.tulane.edu, and then click SOPA and it'll have the specific instructions for what you need to do for there. All right, moving on. That's it. Alicia, wait, did I see a hand? Did you put up a hand? No, okay, all right, good, good, just making sure. All right, any other questions before we go? All right. Well, thank y'all so much for coming. If you do have questions, Dalila is the queen of the program. So she is the all-knowing Oz. Please feel free to contact her with any substantive questions that you have about the program. And if not, I can be of service to help answer any other questions, as can Dan. Dalila put her email up there. It's dalila@tulane.edu. She's like Cher. She has one word name. It's easy to remember. So feel free to email her, and we hope to see you in the online classroom in the summer and hopefully on the ground possibly in the fall. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.